Okay, welcome to the S.H.O.P, the social hub of positivity, out and about in and around our little town of Chippenham. When I say little town, ever-growing town of Chippenham, yet more property, green spaces, biodiversity is being eaten up. In a time, remember, of climate emergency, we have decision makers in our town, I don't know what it's like in your town, making decisions, selling off land unnecessarily. Because here's the thing, there are more people with second homes in this country than there are homeless people. So probably don't need to build new homes. We need to find a way of not allowing people to make money from or profit from housing. It's a necessity. So in our little part of the world here in Wiltshire, which is Chippenham, I guess our town has been growing and growing exponentially, possibly because of the nothing else, in fact, because of the railway and the motorway. So everyone wants to try and get housing as close as possible to Chippenham and those resources. This is one of my biggest critics in the background. So it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one at a time when we have just, with no election, no democracy involved, all you people who mistakenly vote for Boris Johnson, I hope you can see the error of your ways. But not only that we have had another Prime Minister thrust upon us who conveniently, and it makes you wonder about this heating, so say, energy crisis, when there is no crisis, because of course these people are still making profits. She's essentially not going to tax these shouldn't be private energy companies, water companies, etc., to get back the overspend. Remember, if they're making profits, that means that collectively we're paying too much. We're not paying the amount it costs. We're not paying the amount it costs. She hates Liz Truss. I just say no hate, man. Got to love her. She's obviously been led down the wrong path, as so many people have. So we don't need more housing around Chippenham or possibly anywhere. Bizarrely, we need to have county farms for us to be able to grow food in a time, particularly because of Brexit. And I'm not saying that because I didn't vote one way or the other, because I actually don't believe in most of the systems that we have in place at the moment. Don't believe in them. I know them not to work. Capitalism being the main one. We have a war situation, so say, continually. Think about it. We're never not in a war, and who's making money out of that? We're building. Look at this. More and more people come into a town that hasn't got the facilities. Bridge Centre's gone. Thanks, Pete Hutton. Because people want to make money out of developing housing. It'd be interesting to see what councillors voted to have these houses at the HIF. Remember that? The housing infrastructure thing? An old matey boy said that they agreed to have it, or whatever it was. There's so much that we need to investigate on a local basis, but you need to be doing this in your own town. You need to be doing this in your own towns. Otherwise, you, like Chippenham, is going to be a dormitory town. Dormitory? Is that even a word? Dormitory? Dormitory town. People are just going to be buying houses because it's cheaper to live here than Bath, or Bath, as we like to say up north. So, if you don't get involved, now the party politics thing, when we're going to be doing more stuff about exposing how poor some of the councillors have been in our vicinity and council officers. So that's what we're here as a sustainable development organisation, looking at the aspect of sustainable development, which is the social aspect, about how you've come to decisions to share the resources to avoid conflict. And I've got to tell you, on a local and a national and an international level, this country that we live in is failing. It's failing its poor, it's failing its masses, it's failing its working classes. This isn't a rap, but it can be now, because that was crap. So, you've got to get involved in your localities. We've got to have citizens' assemblies. We've got to get rid of party politics and all the people that are playing the game. We need to, oh, this poor child, we need to stop doing this because she needs to walk in the woods while they're still here, while these woods are still here. Yeah? If you voted to have all this housing in and around Chippenham or any other small town, I wonder what it's in it for you, because you couldn't possibly be doing it for the benefit of small children and our future prospects. There's a climate emergency. No more building on floodplains, no more building on county farms. We need to investigate who's been doing that and for what. Nice one. Over and out from the S.H.O.P. Take it easy. We've got loads of great stuff happening in the shop in Emerygate. When I say a big thank you to everyone connected to Can Do, all the volunteers in the shop. Sarah, your musical thing's going brilliantly. All the arts and the support sessions that have been happening through the shop in Emerygate. I want to thank you to Acorn and all the new people at Emerygate for supporting us with that shop. And these people that are walking past us now who think that we're absolutely crazy. But who cares? Anyway, over and out from the shop. Take it easy. Morning. Morning. Yes, what I was saying about Liz Truss, bless her, before I got distracted by my own brain, was she's now lifted the whatever on fracking, and I'm going to restart drilling in the North Sea. So remember this now, we have a climate disaster. We're in the middle of it. If it was more palpable, in other words, if it was dark all the time and there was no sunshine because of the climate, which it will eventually happen in some sense, everyone would get it in equal measure. The floods that are happening in Pakistan, no one talks about them. We stop talking about the war, so it's the proxy war that the West is fighting against Russia in Ukraine and all the poor innocent people. War's never good. War's never the answer. Violence is never the answer. But in the midst of a climate disaster, having a, so say, proxy prime minister, not voted in, coming in to allow all this to happen under the guise of what? That because there's a war being fought over there, Russia, no. At whatever cost. We've got to stop having wars. Stop having kids.
I was just both on this thing, okay.
Bye.